Clarified. Meghan 370M's fall and Sussexes' marriage is on the verge of falling apart. Meghan Markle's new TV show is done and dusted, but now comes the 370 million question. Can she pull off the massive rebrand? And the truth about Harry, Meghan split rumors. Let me dig her in this video. Hello and welcome to my channel. I am putting my money on it now. At some point in the next year or so, Meghan will join the likes of Boy George, John Wayne, Angela Lansbury, Morgan Freeman, Dolly Parton, Frank Sinatra, and even the late Queen, and get into the cookbook game. Just imagine the possible titles dicing with hypocrisy, Duchess. Out of the frying pan and into the palace fire. Salt, fat, acid. Eat King Charles is on the phone. While we will have to see if I am proved right. What is confirmed is that the Hypocrisy Duchess new chapter as an entertaining guru is officially upon us. The Daily Beast has now confirmed that filming of the 42-year-old's lifestyle series for Netflix is over, with a Hollywood source telling the publication that it all went well and it is in the can. And just like that, Harry lost his daily delivery of leftovers. Dommage. While no release date has been set or title revealed, what comes next for the Sussexes can be summed up in 3 short words: will it work? Will Meghan's pie crust help her and the pepper to her salt Prince Harry earn a crust? If the TV series is prong number 1 of the Martha Stewart-ing of Meghan, then her American Riviera Orchard brand is prong number 2. This week also marked 110 days since ARO's Instagram launch, with a heavily stylized 15-second video of her in a perfectly rustic kitchen doing some photogenic baking and seemingly wearing a ball dress while tending to chickens. You know, everyday, normal things. Then in April, the Duchess of Hypocrisy debuted her first ARO product in the form of jars of homemade strawberry jam delivered to 50 select individuals who did some dutiful social media rhapsodizing. Yet nearly 3 months on from that jam drop, and the world is still none the wiser about what ARO might sell or where or how people can buy it. The why, though, is painfully obvious. In 2020, Harry and Meghan joined the approximately 99% of the world's population in having to do job, am I pronouncing that correctly? Because they need money. Even now, the couple, having spoken their truth to the tune of tens of millions of dollars, are still people with reported annual bills that would probably make any sane human's eyes water. The Duke's memoir Spare and their Harry-Meghan series did very brisk business, breaking all sorts of records and making various executives with corner offices days. Unfortunately, not all of their efforts have met with quite such rosy-cheeked public enthusiasm, with, most notably, their attempt to conquer the podcasting world ending up as an ignominious flopperoo. Reports have suggested that Netflix is unlikely to renew their contract, which will reportedly expire next year, unless you would have to assume The Great Montecito Bake Off is a mega hit. As far as consistent, dependable future income streams go, well, the Hypocrisy Duke and Duchess kind of need one. The Daily Mail has previously reported that of the much-hyped approximately 150 million figure attached to their Netflix deal, they only actually banked about 22 million for Harry-Meghan. Given that Martha Stewart became the US first female self-made billionaire in 1999 and Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop has been valued at north of 370 million, it would make perfect sense if the Sussexes wanted a piece of this highly lucrative action. A massive point in Meghan's favor, and this is a hill I am prepared to die on, is that she has taste up the wazoo. The Duchess is impossibly chic, but style and being the subject of unerring global fascination do not necessarily translate into making the Duchess an aspirational figure la Stewart and Paltrow. People want to emulate influencing powerhouse women like Martha and Gwyneth, so will women want to be like Meghan? Will viewers tune in droves to watch her make a ollie or spend their hard-earned cash on ARO-approved mason jars? Or to put it bluntly, will anyone care about whether she recommends 1 yolk or 2 in her PT Brizzy? If Meghan is not on camera giving us royal insights like that one time Princess Anne cut in line at the Christmas Day cold buffet because she wanted more sprouts, or how Prince Edward sulks if no one will play charades with him, will she get serious viewer numbers? While Harry is also making a new series, a show about polo that sounds like Dive to Survive meets a Jilly Cooper novel, and last year Netflix reportedly bought the rights for the novel Meet Me at the Lake to produce. A hell of a lot would seem to now rest on ARO and the remaking and reselling of Meghan as domestic doyenne. And I'll say this here, when the Duchess of Sussex first arrived in the Windsor's midst with her signature kale salad recipe and surfeit of hugs, Charles, impressed with his new daughter-in-law, is reported to have nicknamed her Tungsten, such is her strength. I think we are about to see exactly why. Meanwhile, a shocking claim has emerged about Harry and Meghan's marriage, and according to Ms. Daniela Elser, Pop Bitch is the deliciously gossipy British newsletter covering politics, media, and celebrity that has been around since 2000. It was writing about Harvey Weinstein, Prince Andrew, and Fleet Street's shameful hacking years before anyone else. Recently, it was Pop Bitch that broke the news that an unnamed celebrity had had a very unfortunate accident at Gwyneth Paltrow's Hamptons holiday home, on involving sheets so badly besmirched, if not ruined, that the mystery celeb fled in acute embarrassment. Last month, Pop Bitch ran another item that has received much less attention, alleging that a minor royal has apparently got money riding on the date that Harry and Meghan are going to split. Now, leaving aside which minor royal this could be, my 10 quid is on one of Princess Anne's bitchier horses. It was this time last year that, for a spell, chatter and noise about the exact state of the Duke and Duchess of Hypocrisy's marriage was doing the rounds. At that time, the Telegraph reported of the Sussexes that such is their independence from each other that the owner of a leading hotel chain in Montecito recently said they have a room set aside for Harry where he occasionally stays on his own. The same piece also claimed that the private Los Angeles members club San Vicente Bungalows, which is 2 hours away from the Duke and Duchess home, seems to be his escape place. I am mightily pleased to report that, if the times we have seen Harry and Meghan in public in the 12 months since are anything to go on, then everyone can breathe a massive sigh of relief. This year alone, from Vancouver to Austin to Abuja to Lagos to San Diego, the Duke and Duchess of Hypocrisy are still holding hands and beaming at one another like they are fresh off their honeymoon and still have the sand in their knickers to prove it. Still, the last year has solidified what seemed to be clear shifts in Sussex land. Shifts like them increasingly separating their careers and public branding. The teary, sometimes terse, TV times are long over. Harry and Meghan have moved on from their several years of sharing, often as a double act, while red recording lights blinked and blinked some more. Ms. Elser continues, now the Duke and Duchess double act seems to be over, with each taking the lead and the spotlight in their designated areas, while their original deals with Netflix, Spotify, and Wall Street investment firm Ethic No one has heard anything about this since 2021 were done together. The Duke and Duchess now seem to be following independent professional stars. Apparently, there has been some sort of decision that the Sussexes should pursue paths more aligned with their natural interests and where Harry doesn't have to be restrained from snaffling spoonfuls of buttercream out of the mixing bowl while his wife and the cameras aren't looking. On the Duke's side of Checkpoint Gnarly, we have his work as the Chief Impact Officer of Better Up, his hugely successful Invictus games, and the Polo TV show he is currently filming. And on the Duchess side, we have her having signed on with mega agent Ari Emanuel at WME, having signed a deal with Lemonade Media to make podcasts, her continued work on gender equality, her having just wrapped shooting on her lifestyle TV show, and her having unveiled the branding, but as yet no actual saleable products, for her nascent business American Riviera Orchard. Then there is the great UK no-go zone. The couple continue to be each other's staunchest, most devoted supporters charity-wise, with the Duke traveling to Texas to watch his wife take part in an International Women's Day panel at the SXSW Festival in March, and the Duchess traveling with Harry too for their hugely successful tours of Canada and Nigeria for Invictus. They are clearly each other's biggest cheerleaders, except that is when it comes to anything in Britain. On 6 occasions now, since the beginning of 2023, the Duke has made the flight from Los Angeles to Heathrow with no one to accompany him, besides his paid bodyguards and an iPad preloaded with the subtle art of not giving a fuck about if your dad and brother want to take your calls. The last time that Meghan was in the land that gave the world the cucumber sandwich was in September 2022 for the late Queen's funeral. Since then it is Harry. And Harry only, who has journeyed back for an alleged hacking court case, to give evidence in another alleged hacking court case, for the King Charles coronation, for the 2023 Well Child Awards, to see his father after his cancer diagnosis, and for the 10 years of Invictus service at St. Paul's Cathedral in May. While the Duke and Duchess are, in her words, like salt and pepper and always move together, the hard red line here would appear to be if and when Harry is going to cross the international date line and enter UK airspace. Maybe Meghan's absence from Harry's side on all these occasions was actually down to the truth that their marriage on the rock. Or maybe it has more to do with her time in the UK being so traumatic that even seeing a Union Jack requires several minutes of Wim Hof breathing exercises to make her feel better. However, if this continues, What could this mean for Harry's chances of any sort of tentative bridge building with his family? Please tell me your opinion below in the comments. If you see my video is so useful, remember to like and share it with anyone who also loves it anytime you want. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel to get more updates in the future. Now, thank you for watching. Goodbye and see you in the next videos.